we're good to go here. Thank you, Mrs. AI. So I wasn't expecting such a huge crowd. So I was thinking everybody in the room would know me and I wouldn't need to introduce myself. In case I do, though, my name is Josh Lee and I have the honor of being the Chief of Police here in Westchester Borough. And Her Honor, the mayor asked me just to get things started here. So with that, we're going to do that. I'd like to first just welcome everybody here, and in recognition of the fallen Delaware State Trooper, whose services are just ending up right about now, I'd like to take a moment of silence. And thank everybody for that. I appreciate that. Why do we do that? Well, because the mayor, Her Honor, Lillian DeBaptiste, is the civilian head of the police department. I think it's altogether fitting that we recognize her role as that, and that we recognize those who have laid down their lives in service to this country. So thank you. So welcome everyone. I welcome family, lots of family, friends, officers, and all guests. I'd like to recognize that today we have the pleasure of having both the borough manager and the assistant borough manager here. Mr. Sean Metrick and Ms. Ramsey Reiner are here. Also, every, I believe, department head and lots of borough staff are here. If you look right down the line and through the crowd, a lot of department heads are here as well, which we appreciate. Awesome to see. I'd also like to recognize that former mayor and former council person and current state senator Carolyn Committ is here, and we appreciate her showing up as well. And I'm sure I'm going to miss other people. I saw Lisa Dorsey, who's coming off or just came off council here, and I see other council members, including Mr. Travis, and some new council members that are going to get sworn in. We appreciate you coming today. Thank you very much. In a moment, Mayor Lillian L. DeBaptiste will take her oath of office, starting her second term here as mayor. Before we start, I'd also like to recognize that Mayor Emeritus Dr. Clifford E. DeBaptiste, Lillian's father, is here. He doesn't look this old, but 26 years and 1 day ago, so 26 years ago yesterday, I was sworn in by His Honor, Mayor Emeritus DeBaptiste. 26 years later, here we are. Today, Mr. Clifford DeBaptiste will be joined by Judge Freda Maddox in administering the oath of office to Lillian DeBaptiste. With that, I'd like to ask that the former mayor, the current mayor, and Her Honor, Judge Maddox, come forward.
Okay. Pick me up. You roll over. Hello, hello, everybody. Hello. Hello. Thanks. Thanks for coming. My job is to have a privilege that not many people can have that privilege. A father swearing in his daughter to do the same job that he did 20 years ago. I want to congratulate you because I know it was a hard job. You made it look easy, but I know what it takes. So if you say after me, these are my two beautiful great grandchildren. I, Lillian L. D. Baptiste, do solemnly swear, declare, and affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States
That I, Lillian L. Baptiste, do solemnly declare and affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and will execute the duties
execute the duties
as office as mayor,
of office as mayor,
Borough of Westchester,
Borough of Westchester,
Pennsylvania, with fidelity.
Westchester, Pennsylvania, with fidelity.
All right, Ms. Mayor. Right. Let me also say as mayor, you always remember the last thing you did as mayor of significant importance, besides saying goodbye. It was also, I had the honor and the privilege of united this wonderful couple, Tom and Lillian, together in holy matrimony 20 years ago. Congratulations. And in honor of that, I'm going to ask that my assistant to the Mayor of Americas, Webster Hallman, to turn around and bring that flowers over here. Go ahead. It'll serve two purposes. It's going to serve as for coming as a second term mayor and also to celebrate, is it 20? How many years?
How many, Thomas?
No. We're not counting. We're not counting what it seems like. What is it like? So you and
Thank you.
all right, don't kiss Thomas. Okay. Come on. Hang on.
Shake hands.
Hang on. From the Broadway of Sound of Music, Christopher Plummer and Julie Andrews, Lillian's son, Rep City Hall, my assistant, and I are going to serenade you with Edelweiss, our favorite from that musical. Edelweiss, Edelweiss,
Every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming. And to you new council people, you got a tough job. It's got a tough job. It's so tough that a lot of people don't want a second term. You're serving the citizens of this great community. And you're going to have some disappointments. People who think you are on your side will disagree with you. Each council will experience something unexpectedly. But you got to hang in there. Remember, you're doing it for your community. You ran. You thought you had a chance to serve your community. And sometimes you'll find that it's not appreciated. When you look back over the years, all the councils before you have weathered and endured. But some said, I don't need a second term. It's tough. Remember, I told you, it's tough. Remember, we have a type of government where council's the boss. The mayor is a great public relations figurehead. But council, you got the tough work that your president of council is going to assign you for. Stick with it. Stick with it. I'm telling you now, though, it's going to be tough. And all those people that went before you, they endured. The community has endured. You got the best community in the world, and a couple of times, I know when I was mayor, it was the most outstanding community in the United States. We've had some progress and some disappointments, but it's tough. And if you choose not to run again, don't worry about it. There's a lot of people ahead of you didn't run again because it was tough. So I want to thank you all for coming and thank you for all the support you've given my daughter. I know she's put a lot of time in. You're going to put a lot of time in. You're going to put more time than you thought you were going to put in. No glamour to it, no glamour to it. Any decision you make, you're going to have a lot of opposition. And the thing about it is, the next 4 years, it's going to be tough, but hang in there. It's a marriage, but may God bless you and keep you. And these people around here support you. Take their advice. Remember, you got to make a decision of what's best for Westchester to carry it for 225 years. But remember, the old guy told you, it's tough. Thank you.
Ready?
I'm going to turn the mic over. I thank you guys for your indulgence. This is what 101 years, almost 102 in May. I saw some strange faces, and that song is a song that that family sings all the time. You can't go to their house at Christmas time. We see the Sound of Music. We all sing that. I learned the song too. So, no, just thank you for that. So, and you do have a tough job. So it's words of wisdom, and thank you, Dr. C. Mayor.
Thank you.
Sorry, little technical difficulty. So that closes out the mayor's swearing in ceremony. And the next order of business, as it were, is the beginning of the Borough Council, this reorganization meeting, which is supposed to start at 6:30. We're 90 seconds overdue, but we're okay. So if anybody's sticking around for that, stick around. If anybody needs to leave now, certainly thank you very, very much for coming.
Okay. Okay. My dad took up, it's okay.
I think that's a beat you're going to have.
I don't know, I was just going to say some words, but y'all started saying you have to go into the reorg now.
So you'll take your place and you'll call the mayor.
Yeah.
Meetings from your seat up here.
So you're-
Hey, Mayor.
Good evening. I would like to call to order the January 5th, 2026 reorganization meeting. I'd like Mr. Steve Marvin. We will begin with the Pledge of the Allegiance led by Ken. Can we all rise? It is time for our elected officials to be sworn into office. Each member will take the oath of office individually. Ward 3 Representative Councilperson Bryant McGinnis was sworn in earlier today by his friend Judge Doherty. So our newly elected officials will take the oath in the order of their wards. The order is as follows, one at a time. We will begin with Ward 1, Representative Jerome Shispaniak. I think I did pretty good. Ward 5, Representative Councilperson Stephen Marvin, and Ward 7, Representative Councilperson Lisa Kearns. After you are sworn in, you will please take your seat at the dais. Yes. Would you like mine or the? Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Shapaniak. Well, tell me the name you use.
Soldwish.
Oh, it's not getting better. Beth Shulwich.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Left hand on the Bible. Right hand raised. And you'll repeat after me and say your name, Shapaniak. I
I, Jerome Sapaniak,
do solemnly declare and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and that I will execute the duties
and that I will execute the duties
of my office as councilperson
of my office as councilperson
of the Borough of Westchester, Pennsylvania,
of the Borough of Westchester, Pennsylvania,
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Our next word. BYOB. New meaning. BYOB. Yeah, Bible, not bottle, y'all. We have some heathens in the crowd, I think.
My wife and daughter.
His wife and daughter will assist and hold the Bible. You're going to repeat after me.
Okay.
And you're going
Left
to,
hand, right?
yeah, you got it. You're going to say your name.
I, Stephen Marvin,
Do solemnly declare and affirm
solemnly declare and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will very much support the Constitution of the United States
and of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
and that I will execute the duties of my office
I will execute the duties of my office
as councilperson
as councilperson
of the Borough of Westchester, Pennsylvania,
of the Borough of Westchester, Pennsylvania,
with fidelity.
with fidelity. I held it together.
Yes, you did. And last but not least. Who do you have here? Both of them?
Yeah.
And we have, you want my, use my box? Okay. You're going, are you both holding it? Okay, you're holding. Okay. You're going to say your name. So I
I, Lisa Kearns,
do solemnly declare and affirm
do solemnly declare and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and that I will execute the duties of my office
and that I will execute the duties of my office
as councilperson
as councilperson
of the Borough of Westchester, Pennsylvania,
of the Borough of Westchester, Pennsylvania,
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Thank you. Before we begin, I just wanted to acknowledge our former councilperson who is here, Councilperson Lisa Dorsey. Give her a hand clap. Thank you for being here this evening, Lisa. Any other former council people I'm not seeing or missing? Where? Oh, yes, of course. Former councilperson Eric Lorgus. Thank you for being here. And of course, our own beloved former councilperson, mayor, senator, hopefully president of the United States. Well, at this point, please. But anyway, that we're not going there. Thank you for being here tonight. We now hold the election of the Borough Council President per Section 3-13 of the Administrative Code. The procedure is as follows. The mayor will open the floor for nominations for President of Council. Council members may nominate any one of their members, including themselves. However, each nomination will require a second. To be considered, each person nominated must accept the nomination. And after all nominations have been made, I, the mayor, shall announce the nominations are closed and call for a vote. The borough secretary, also known as the borough manager, Sean Metrick, will poll the council by roll call vote, and each member will announce the name for which they are casting their ballot. Election of the president of council shall be by majority vote of council members present. Unless after 3 ballots, no member has obtained a majority vote, a plurality vote will be sufficient on the first ballot, if necessary. Please note for these elections, Mr. Metrick is the designated borough secretary who will hold the council by roll call. I will now open the floor for nominations for president of council.
Madam Mayor,
Longest sitting member of council, 8 years, Bernie Flynn, 6th Ward, the sweetest ward in the borough. I would like to nominate Nicole Simone as president of Westchester Borough Council.
Do I have a second nomination for Nicole Shimoni as president of council?
Madam Mayor, I would like to support the nomination for Nicole Simone.
Thank you, Councilperson Flynn, for the nomination. Thank you, Councilmember Marvin, for the second. Councilperson Nicole Shimoni, do you accept this nomination?
I accept this nomination. Thank you.
Hearing no other nominations, we will have a roll call by our Borough Secretary, also our Borough Manager, Sean Metrick.
I'm going to go in the order of the wards from 1 to 7. So Mr. Shepaniak,
I vote for Nicole.
Mr. Travis,
For Nicole.
Mr. McGinnis,
Nicole.
Ms. Shimoni,
For Nicole?
Mr. Marvin,
I support the nomination for Nicole.
Mr. Flynn,
Nicole Simone.
and Ms. Kearns.
Nicole Shimon.
The president has been chosen. President Nicole Shimoni.
Thank you.
We will now move on to the election of Borough Council Vice President, which follows the same process of Council President. I will now open the floor for nominations for Vice President of Council.
Mayor, I would like to make a nomination for Vice President of Bernie Flynn.
I'll second that.
The nomination has been made for Vice President of Bernie Flynn for Vice President by Nicole Shimoni, seconded by Councilperson Brian McGinnis. Bernie Flynn, Councilperson Bernie Flynn, do you accept the nomination?
I do, Mayor.
Having first nominated and second, we will call the vote. Borough Council.
You got it.
Secretary,
Mr. Shepaniak,
I vote for Bernie Flynn.
Mr. Travis,
Bernie Flynn.
Mr. McGinnis,
Flynn.
Ms. Shimoni,
Flynn?
Mr. Marvin,
I support the nomination for Bernie Flynn.
Mr. Flynn,
Myself.
Ms. Kearns.
Bernie Flynn.
we now have Vice President Bernie. I relinquish my duties to the President, Nicole Shimoni. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, everyone, for your support and for myself and for Bernie with this vote here. And we will definitely work to do, I know I'll work to do my best of my ability as your president. With that, we will get started with comments from Borough Council and the mayor. So I'm going to keep up with just going down the road. Jerry, would you like to start with comments for us today?
The only thing I want to say is I'm very honored to be here. I appreciate the support I got from Ward 1. I certainly appreciate all the support I've had from everyone in the borough administration, and I congratulate both you and Bernie Flynn on your ascension to President and Vice President of Council.
All right, Mr. Travis?
Very similar comments. Congratulations to new council member. Congratulations on being vice president and president.
Mr. McGinnis?
Thank you. Congratulations, President Shimoni and Vice President Flynn. And I just want to say, earlier today, I had the privilege of being sworn in by Justice Kevin Doherty, of the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. And I couldn't be more proud of what we have achieved together in these last 4 years on council. And I just want to reiterate what we've done. And we put Westchester on solid financial footing. We fully funded our pension. We're improving our bond rating from AA negative to AA stable. We've grown our capital reserves by 28% from 7 million to 9 million. We've strengthened our infrastructure, supported our small businesses, and made our police and first responders we gave them the tools they need necessary to serve our neighborhoods. But these accomplishments don't belong to any one of us. They belong to all of us. Residents, volunteers, business owners, the countless people who show up every day and make Westchester stronger. And we've made real progress. There's still more to do. I'm grateful for the trust you have in me and our fellow council members and the mayor. And we're going to keep building to make you all proud to call Westchester home. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Marvin?
Happy New Year, everybody. We celebrate King's Day today, or tomorrow, that is. I want to only mention that I strong-heartedly want to support the community, the residents, and the businesses of Westchester. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Flynn?
Thank you, President. As always, I'm always supporting the downtown business community because the Sixth Ward sits proudly in the business community. And that's why the Sixth Ward is the sweetest ward in the borough. We have new businesses opening very quickly. The Vietnamese restaurant, the Dom Sim restaurant, ice cream store. A few other places are going to be opening it very soon. Please shop local because that keeps our community vibrant. I would like to give a shout out to my chair. I'm the chair of the Public Works Committee, and I would like to thank our Director of Public Works stepping in for the last two snowstorms and keeping the borough safe and clean. And as far as I know, there weren't very many problems during that snowstorm. So thank you, Mr. Anderson. We appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Ms. Kearns?
Thank you, Ms. Shimoni. Thank you to everyone who showed up tonight, came out on a cold night. Deeply appreciated. And to all my friends, you're more than my friends, you're my family. So thank you. Actually, I want to thank all the people of Westchester for the privilege and the honor of being able to sit on this side of the dais after spending many hours sitting on that side. And all those hours have given me a great appreciation for all the time and work and commitment that goes into doing this job the way it should really be done. So my deep thanks to the outgoing council members, Patrick McCoy and Sheila Vaccaro, for their years of service. And I look forward to benefiting continuously from their wisdom as they now serve on the Planning Commission and the Arts Commission. And to my immediate predecessor from Ward 7, Lisa Dorsey. Let me convey my deepest thanks and appreciation to you on behalf of all the people of Ward 7. You have dedicated 6 long years of your life to serving them. And I will never be able to replicate your style and more importantly, your substance. But I will do my very best to represent our neighbors with honor and integrity and work hard for the benefit of all the people of Westchester, both the seen and the unseen, the heard and the unheard. This is an amazing town, but it only works if we all work together and listen to each other. Our residents, our businessmen, our nonprofits, our faith communities, our councils, our staff, our committees and our commissions, our department heads. You all are what make Westchester what it is. Your very presence in this town will shape its future. What you do will determine what this town looks like moving forward. So I ask you to just take a moment to think about, what do you want Westchester to look like and what role can you play in making that a reality? So may we all go into 2026 with renewed hope and commitment to do good, listen to each other, learn, fight for what is right, and be the very best neighbors and friends that we can be. So again, thank you for the honor and the privilege of being here, and I look forward to working for you all.
Mayor, you got a tough act to follow.
I'll just say ditto to everything that has been said. Certainly, I am excited to be a part of this council under the dynamic leadership of our new president and vice president. I look forward to working with everyone. I think my dad said it best, and he said it's what? Tough. It's tough. And these members that sit before you are selfless in their duty to this community, because really what any of us get paid isn't worth one really, really luxurious vacation. It will take us somewhere, but not far. I mean, you might have a really great time in Delaware, but you can't go to Tahiti on the pay we get, but we don't do it because of pay. We do it because of purpose. And that's why we are here, but we can't do any of it without our borough manager and our great department heads. And I thank you all for being here, all of you for being here and making this borough the best it can possibly be. I look forward to working with all of you. We have a great team. Each of these department heads, including our interim, Don Anderson, give it their all. They have the heart of the borough, and they have the borough in their heart. And I thank you for my chief for the same, because he always is thinking about the police and the community and making the team, the police team, the best it can be. So I'm proud of the borough of Westchester. And I just want to give a second shout out because I'm proud of the team that worked so hard for me personally, Kristen Gerling, Karen Cabin, and Pastor Jill. Thank you. Thank you for your presence here this evening. And tomorrow's my anniversary. And even though we don't know the number of years, because the first year we missed our anniversary, we got married on the 12th day of Christmas, January 6th. That's how I prefer to think of January 6th, because it preceded all of the other. But thank you, and Madam President.
Well, thank you, everyone. And thank you all for being here tonight. A lot of great words of wisdom and comments that my peers here on the dais have made tonight. So I'll try not to linger too long with my comments, but servant leadership, that's what we all are. We are your servant leaders, and we are here to work for you, to support the community, to support what we have here in these 1.8 square miles. And I'm honored tonight to be able to do that in the role of president for the next couple of years. But even beside that, I'm honored to do that with this great group of individuals here, all sitting with me, next to me, and with all of your support out there. And of course, with all the administration, Sean and everyone on the team, those that are here today and those that don't come to meetings, but are just as important and valuable to keep this place running. So thank you again. I think we've got a lot of great things to do for 2026, and we actually have some action items to get started. So why don't we take on some of these action items? All right, number 1, motion to approve Borough Manager Employment Agreement. Oh my goodness, I already screwed up. Comments, petitions, suggestions by residents in attendance regarding items that are not on the agenda.
Come on, Daryl.
Come on, Daryl, yeah. Santa. All right, seeing none for tonight. We'll wait for February for Daryl. So now let's move on to our action items. Motion to approve Borough Manager Employment Agreement.
Madam President, I make a motion that we approve the Borough Manager's new employment agreement.
Second.
All right, shall we call to order or call the vote?
I'm going to be calling this in descending ward order with the Vice President last. Ms. Kearns?
Aye.
Mr. Marvin?
Aye.
Mr. McGinnis?
Yes.
Mr. Travis?
Yes.
Mr. Stepaniak?
Yes.
Mr. Flynn?
Yes.
And Ms. Shimoni?
Yes. All right, next item, motion to approve purchase order for T2 parking enforcement software system.
Item on our agenda because of our administrative purchasing policy and of a time consideration. Everything tonight on tonight's action item agenda is here because of it's a time crunch. So we got to pay this bill. We use T2 systems as our enforcement and permitting solution. And when purchase orders are of greater than $10,000 in our purchasing policy, it requires Borough Council approval. That's why this is on here tonight.
Madam President, I make a motion that we approve the purchase order for the T2 parking enforcement software system.
Second.
Okay, let's call the vote. Public comment? I'll brush up by February.
Ms. Kearns?
Yes.
Mr. Marvin?
Aye.
Mr. McGinnis?
Yes.
Mr. Travis?
Yes.
Mr. Stepaniak?
Approve.
Mr. Flynn?
Yes.
And President Shimoni?
Yes. All right, consider sending solicitor to attend zoning hearing board for application 1038, 515 Spring Grove Lane. Dimensional and impervious coverage relief to construct two-story, 485 square foot addition.
This is another item with a time crunch on it. When a zoning hearing application is made, we have an obligation to hear that applicant in a timely manner. And the director has information about the application for you as well.
Aaron Fluke, Director of Building, Housing, and Code Enforcement. At this point, they're looking to build a small addition to the property. And at this point, with the property, we do not feel it's necessary to have the solicitor at that meeting.
But do you have the map of where this is located? Can you pull that up for us, please?
This is the sketch. These are the plans that they're coming up with for the zoning. I don't know if we have the map as to where that is at, but that I believe is down in the NC 2 southwestern corner.
And your recommendation right now, Mr. Fluke, is to send a solicitor?
Not to send a solicitor.
Not send a solicitor? Why is that?
At this point, because of the difficulty on this property, we can see where they would be stuck and that it would be worthwhile for this to be done. We don't feel at this point that it's something that's going to adversely affect the stormwater or any of the additional issues.
Any other questions from those up here? Yep.
Mr. Fluck, when I was reading through the paperwork and visited the site, the swimming pool has been filled in, so that allows for more permeable space back in the corner.
Correct.
So what is the percentage of square footage that you're actually allowed to have before you put the addition on?
35%.
They don't meet that requirement?
I believe that they're coming in at 41% at this
Okay.
time.
All right, so there shouldn't be any issues with it. Thank you.
Did this go to smart growth at all?
No, it came in after the December meeting. and which is why we had to have it here. We could not, it came in just after that meeting, so we would not have been within our time limit. And if we don't do things in a specific timing, then they can assume by right for us not getting it done to do what they want to do. So we need to get this through to the zoning hearing board so they can make a determination.
This isn't, we're not voting on approving it at this point. We're just voting
What-
on not sending a solicitor.
Yeah, whether or not a
Propose it.
solicitor is needed. The zoning hearing board will make the determination on whether or not this is allowed.
What's the downside of sending a solicitor to the meeting?
The excess cost, this is not something that really we need a solicitor to argue in front of the zoning hearing board for. It's something that the zoning officer, myself, that can go and testify to and be able to provide enough evidence for them to make a determination.
Thank you.
Any additional questions? Any questions from anyone here in attendance? Would anyone like to make a motion?
Madam President, I will make a motion to not send the solicitor to this meeting.
Second.
Okay, could we call the vote, please? I did.
Ms. Kearns?
Yes,
Uh,
not to send the solicitor.
I got you. Mr. Marvin?
I agree not to send this.
Mr. McGinnis?
Not send a solicitor.
Mr. Travis?
Yes, not send the solicitor.
Mr. Stepaniak?
Agree.
Mr. Flynn?
Not to send the solicitor.
Ms. Shimoni?
No solicitor. All right, last item on the agenda, approved December 2025 HARB certificates of appropriateness. And Mr. Fluke, can you go through those for us, please?
Yes, I will try. I'm trying to bring up the applications. This is a roof replacement. I believe this is for 104 South High Street. HARB recommended that this be allowed with some recommendations for the downspouts and the types of downspouts to be done. They didn't specifically make a condition on it, but just as a recommendation. The roof is leaking and they need to make some changes to it, and the HARB did approve it with a recommendation of specific types of downspouts.
Any questions for this particular item? Well, and then we'll go through all four, and then as long as we're consistent, then we'll just vote on all four of them.
The next one is for 125 West Gay Street awning. Let me pull up the paperwork on my computer so I can see it better. I apologize. Okay, it's a 3x9 ledger board, 3x8 pine rafters as support attached to the existing masonry wall. 13 foot 6 inches at existing wall to 8 at low point. There's a whole bunch of different numbers. They wrote it, they didn't write it as well as they could have done, and I apologize for that. It's going to be a small awning put on this area, and I believe, let me get to the right one here. Bear
Is
with
it
me.
awning at Pietro's? Is that what I'm?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the recommendations that HARB made. They're not in order. I apologize. It's 124. Nope, that's not it. 125? Is that what I'm looking at? Yeah, Pietro's Prime. The board recommended approval of a certificate of appropriateness for the application with two conditions or clarifications. The half gable end roof facing the alley shall be constructed of wood. All wood components of the structure shall be pickled to produce a gray weathered appearance.
Pickling.
Yeah, I had to make sure I was reading that right. I apologize.
Any questions on this particular one? And then there's the two that we skipped over, so we'll have to go back to
Yeah.
Chestnut Street. But any questions that anyone up here has on this particular item?
I have a safety question.
Okay.
Mr. Fluck, do you see the exhaust on the roof, which looks rather dangerous?
Which one are we talking
Right.
about?
There's
Let me-
grease all over the place running down onto the roof. Just as a point, has nothing to do with the roof that you're asking about, but since you showed us a picture, I'm bringing a security concern to you.
That's fine. I don't see where that would be an issue for approving this, but I can do a concern and go and do an investigation through the code enforcement.
Just a thought, because we would never seen the grease overflow.
Yep.
Thank
I have
you.
no problem with that, but I can make that into a code case if we need.
All right, any other questions on this one? All right, thanks. Thanks, Bernie. All right, so let's go back to 1 East Chestnut Street.
Yes, ma'am. Hold on one second. As I said on here, they're not right. 1 East Chestnut Street. Harb recommended approval of certificate of appropriateness for application with no, as it was submitted. And this, I believe, I forget exactly where I'm at on this one. 1 East Chestnut Street. Yeah, this is the exterior mechanical. They want to install 4 mini split systems to allow for better heating and cooling in the space. And there were no issues. Now, they would still have to get a permit for a mechanical permit for this, but the first step towards them being able to do it is get Harb approval.
All right, any questions that anyone here has? No? Okay. All right, and then 104 South High Street.
Bear with me one second. This is a roof replacement. And if you look at it, it is for a small area. It's not overall the roof. Harb, unfortunately, they didn't put the Harb approvals with the Harb recommendations with the paperwork. I apologize. The board recommends approval of certificate of appropriateness for application. The roof replacement project is approved as presented. If demolition of the existing roof reveals that the historic storefront is present, the Harb encourages the builder and owner to consider and elevate its potential restoration instead of the installation of a new pent roof. So the only request for them was that if they do have the original storefront there, they would like them to try to make it usable again.
All right, and any questions on this one from those of us up here? All right, anyone want to make a motion to approve these certificates with the Harb recommendations?
Motion to approve all 4.
Second that?
Any comments from those in attendance? All right, Mr. Metrick?
Ms. Kearns,
Yes.
Mr. Marvin, Mr. McGinnis,
Yes.
Mr. Travis,
Yes.
Mr. Sapaniak,
Yes.
Mr. Flynn,
Yes.
Ms. Shimoni.
Yes. All right, do we want any other business or no? It's not on the, okay, we will adjourn this meeting at 7:18 PM. Thank you, guys.